Okay, so today I'll be changing a crank sensor in a 2011 Jetta 2.5 engine. Okay, this car is complaining about the crank sensor and you have to change the oil pressure switch because sometimes it goes on and off and it's ringing, it's giving a beep in the car when she's driving. So I'm gonna go over the step how you do this here. So the sensor is a very simple sensor to get it. It's not like some sensor you have to remove stuff. This one you only have to remove the plastic and you need the right Allen key to open it. So I'm gonna tell you the size of the Allen key and the procedure how to do this, okay? I'm gonna use a T20 Turk. I wanna remove this plastic here because I wanna get to the bolt that's not the bolt, the connector from the crank sensor. So it's going to be easy to remove this. This is just a shield, a mud guard. It doesn't protect anything, but it's just put it there. All right. Okay, now you have your connection is here. Okay, so I'm going to be using the pliers, alright, to slip out this clip and slip out the connection here. Okay. And then the other one, what you can do, if you don't want to destroy it, you can just flip it out, release it from there. Alright, so this is the connector dangling here. So now you're going to use, let me see if I can see this one. You cannot actually see it. A number 4. This is number 4 torque. It's a 6 point, okay? It's not a point, it's the 6, the end are square. Okay, it's not the one that had the spline in it. So before I get to that, I want to show you where the sensor looks. So you got a number 4 torque. And what you do, you put it torque in there and make sure that it's very tight, okay? And what you do, you tap it. Because you have a degree in there, you have dirt. For all the years it was in there, so you don't want, sometimes you push it, it's just at the tip of the nut. So what you do, you just tap it in. Alright? So that means it's gonna go and it's gonna sit properly inside there. And then you can hear it crack. Okay, you can take it out. The secret of releasing some of these bolts, especially when it's an aluminum and it's very tight, you get a hammer, you tap the bolt. So what you're doing there, because the rust is glue the bolt onto the whatever you're taking it from. So when you hit it with a hammer, you release the. So you're gonna break the seal from the rust. So the rust is gonna come loose on the thread, and it's gonna help you to take out the whatever parts you're changing. But yeah, so it's good sometimes to get a hammer, hit it, especially when you're dealing with a screw like this, because if this screw slip in there, you're gonna have a nightmare to take it out. because you have no room to get anything in there. So that's why it's very important to use the right torque. Okay, so this is the sensor here. But one thing that did with this is, see this one. Okay, so now we're gonna replace this, and you can only put it one way. Okay, you can't make mistake. It can only go this way. All right, you can only go like that. You cannot put it like the other way. All right, so don't worry about that. You can only put it one way. And what this does, this is it's have a magnet in here. Okay, so the magnet is pick up a signal on the flywheel. All right, so on the flywheel you have some different part that is coming close to it. So every time the engine spin, this part come here. So what happened, this sensor send a signal back to the computer to know the timing of the car. All right, and so relate to your cam sensor. There's a lot of things that will go into place here. Your cam and your crank, they all give back the signal, and they both work together. So if one is not working, you affect the other one. And this sensor is very important. All right, this is called a lot of hard start. Your car can drive, and when the car gets warm, the sensor get hot. The sensor just shuts off. So and sometimes you give hard start. You drive, the car is hot, the car is fine. But when you go back to start it, it's not gonna start. The sensor has to cool down. So there's a lot of problems you can have, and sometimes they don't even give a code for the sensor. It's just by experience that you can find some of the issue with some of these cars. And the trick with especially the import cars like these cars, when you see these cars are shaking, especially BMW, Jetta, don't get it fixed right away, because these cars, they are variable timing, they're chain, they drive by chain, and you don't want your chain to slip, because just to slip one teeth on any of these cars, your car is going to shut down. It's never going to start again. Alright, it's very important, because the crank and the cam, they have to correlate together. If they are not synchronized, your car will never start, and that's a big job. Most people change the engine, okay, because I haven't had one. I had to send it to the dealer, $8,000 after. Alright, you gotta get this car. But so it's very important for these cars, as soon as they start to shake, change the sensor right away, because you don't want the timing to jump. Because what happened, vibration and you're forcing the car, it's not going, so you can cause your chain to slip. And especially the car that have variable timing, that have excuse, the one that has you call it the one that run the chain, like the BM, they have the it's a variable timing that's run on the chain, that give tension to your timing chain. So those one, you need to fix it, because what happened, your chain is loose, and when you're forcing the engine, you're losing power. Then you're gonna tell you that you're gonna complain about your crank sensor, cam sensor. Will change all the sensor, but it's still gonna have that problem. Right? So you have to change it right away, because what happened, you're gonna force the engine, and you're gonna slip a teeth on your timing chain. So when your timing chain slip the teeth, because now it's not adjusting. Okay, because that's adjust the chain. The sensor adjusts the chain, depends on the speed of the engine. It does it by computer, advance the pressure on the chain. So what happens when your chain is too loose and your sensor now is not putting tension on your chain, the chain is gonna slip, and when your chain slip, your car shut down, and that's gonna be the beginning of your nightmare. Okay, so make sure that as soon as these cars, they start to vibrate, and then they give you knock sensor warning, all kind of stuff is gonna happen. So you fix it right away. Okay, so that's one of the secrets to maintain, and especially it's happened more on the car. The older they get, it's like the more problem they give. Alright, So good thing we leave the connection there because the new one didn't come with a new clips. So we're just gonna put that back there. I need to remove this. Okay, yeah, that clip there, that means it's went into place. I'm just gonna give it a little tap in there. Okay. Okay, so that's how you change a crank sensor in the 2012 Jetta 2.5. This one is very simple, very easy here. Some of the other Jetta you have to do a lot of work, removing a lot of stuff to just get to it. Alright. And now we put back the cover. Everything now is reversed. Then we have to go clear the code after. It's very important to clear the code because what happens, if you don't clear the code, or if you work at home and then you don't have a scanner to clear the code, what happened, the car might still be in a limping mood or the same problem because it's the computer is not clear. So the computer is reading from although the problem fixed, it's still communicating with the old problem because it still sees it's there. So you have to, very important to clear the code on your computer. Because now the problem fixed, the computer gonna get a right signal, but the old problem is registered there. So now the computer gonna be confused. Right? And until some cars you get away with it, it's work fine. But some car it would not.